Scott McCutcheon here with Emerald Coast Glass Protection. What I want to do is take you through this short video to explain to you the different types of glass that are on the market. And in your school, you may have a variety of these types of glass. Here we're going to kind of show you what a scenario would be for an active shooter situation. Kind of go through this and so you can understand why it's so important to cover your glass with protection. So let's get started. There's no audio to this due to some technical issues, but you'll get the idea of when we go through this. You see how quick they were able to enter into the school in this case. The main issue here on the left, as you can tell, this is tempered glass, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But think about if you had a push handle to get into your school. A lot of the schools have these push handles to open and close the door. If this individual were to shoot the glass, you just reach in there, unlock it, and then they're inside within seconds. You see how on the left how quick that was to be able to get into. The one on the right, this has got security film on it. He shot through it. Of course, this stuff is not bulletproof, but you could see how it's slowing the intruder down. We'll finish this up, and then we'll look at these different types of glass. We won't finish the rest of it because it's kind of long, but you can kind of get an idea how hard it is to get into a glass with these products on it. This individual, actually this company that did this test, I actually know they're a professional company. This is actually a professional that's doing this. This isn't a marketing video. It's actually to see when the failure rate would be for this product. You have to watch out on the market. There's a lot of marketing videos out there on these products. They're not actually testing the product. They're just sending out marketing videos. So this is actually a company, a third-party company that was doing some testing. And actually what was kind of funny, they weren't into the security films. They thought they didn't work until they put it to the test. And this guy said he was completely wore out when he was done. And actually damaged the butt of the gun too, trying to get through that glass with that film on there. But this could kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. Let me get to another slide here. I'm going to show you a couple things. As you can tell here on this this slide, this is actually tempered glass. And tempered glass, the one in the middle here is when it gets shot or it gets hit by an object, it breaks into little pieces. That's why it's for safety reasons. But the problem is if you shoot at it or use an object, a blunt object, you can break it out real easy. On the left here is annealed glass. Annealed glass is basically shards of glass. When it gets hit, it breaks into shards. So if you put your hand through something, you could really cut yourself really bad with it. And in parts of the schools, and depending on the age of the schools, you'll have a lot of both of these tempered, and you will have annealed glass in it. On the far right here, this is laminated glass. This is actually a laminate, could be in the glass, and depending on where you're located at, especially in the state of Florida, where I'm from, or these coastal towns, you'll have a lot more laminated glass. But basically what these security films are designed to do is adding a retrofit and created like a laminate glass would be. But this, kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of why this tempered glass is, when it breaks, how quick somebody can get into a facility. Here's a laminated piece of glass or security film. You can see they try to penetrate this door, but was not able to enter in. And but this is, you know, an example why glass is your weakest link. If you noticed in the Sandy Hook situation, in the shooting, the door next to it had a lockdown on it, and they just went to the next piece of glass next to it and shot out and was able to get it in there. And if you haven't seen our other videos, case studies on Sandy Hook, they're actually in that. I've actually got the lobby image of that. But you can see, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to buy time. You're trying to slow this person down. This is just a deterrent to slow somebody down for the good guys to show up. So, you know, those are the things to look at. Like I say, here you go. Here's a bullet resistant glass. What's interesting about bullet resistant glass too is you got different layers. Depending on what kind of bullet you're going to try to keep out, there's not one size fits all. And you can see here a lot of these. You can look at the 380 all the way up to the AR bullet on penetration. A lot of times, a lot of the lobbies in these schools are doing their transition window is done with these products, the bullet resistant glass, which works very well. The downside of them, they're very expensive, and the laminates can go bad in the inside of them too over time. Seen that quite a bit in some of these schools, but would highly recommend these products in certain locations. And that's when we do these full assessments. That's what we look at. We look at threats. We look at locations of these buildings. We look at a lot of different things to kind of give you a kind of an overview of what we do on these schools when we do these assessments. Like I say, we do free assessments when we're looking at these schools. You can just give us a contact us. Our goal is to help you take the guesswork out of glass protection projects. You can see here is our address. You can give us a call, like I say, or email us. Go to our website. We're glad to have a free consultation, talk to you about your schools, what you're trying to do, look at budgets. We've, like I say, done this in over 100 schools, and we'd be glad to help you, assist you in any way we can.